you doing, everybody? Nick DiVirgilio here, and this is the Stone Custom Drums Maple Poplar 6.5 by 14 snare drum. A very cool snare drum, reminiscent of drums from the 1930s through the 60s. It's a Chicago-style 3-ply drum with configuration of maple, poplar, and maple. And it also has 3-ply reinforcement rings of the same configuration. It's a really cool, very versatile snare with a great pop. I have it tuned up really high right now, but went there naturally, and I'll show you how you can tune this down to different tunings, make it sound different, all in the same drum. I'm using a basic Remo-coated ambassador head on top right now. Different head configurations can definitely change the sound. Double ply, clear heads, anything you want really. But for this video, a basic coated head gives it a nice open sound that is kind of the most basic you can get to start with, right? Snare wires off, of course, nice pleasant ring, good tone to the drum. With the drum tuned up this high, you know, it's got great rebound, great feel to it. Let me get the snare wires back on for you. A really nice crack to this drum, and it feels really good too. So this drum will fit in any style of music, rock, pop, ballads, gospel, whatever you want, country music. This is a great, really versatile drum, like I said. A very loud, nice and clear, cracky side stick sound. I got my trusty Vic Firth 55A drumsticks here, and these are called Stick Saver hoops. Really what it is, it's almost a triple flanged hoop, but the hoop, well, the third flange, I guess on the top, the best way to describe it is that it folds inward. So it just basically saves your stick from a lot of that kind of sharpness that'll cut your stick up when you normally play, right? So it's a nice little cool feature. You get a Dunette R4 throw-off right here. Nice throw-off, really easy to use. Easily adjust your snare wire tension on and off very quickly. Normally you have the throw-off on this side, make it easier, but for this video and the purpose of this video, it's nice to show the throw-off right here. Very nice looking lugs on this drum. These are the Stone Custom Drums stainless steel tube lugs, and he stamps his Stone Drums logo in the lug right here. So it's a cool visual feature, and they look really nice, very easy to use. The tension rods are seated in there and they're staying put, so it's really cool. The bottom of the snare drum, of course, here you get pure sound snare wires. They sound great, great snare wires that work well all the time. They finish the interior of the drum with an antique amber lacquer finish, just a nice visual feature. Also on the inside of the drum is a stamp that has the model number, the serial number. It's signed by Bernie Stone on the date that he made the drum. And since Stone Custom Drums is kind of a new drum to Sweetwater, and those of you out there in internet land might not necessarily know who Bernie Stone is, well, let me give you a really quick history here. Bernie Stone is a local guy from here in Fort Wayne, Indiana. Actually, he's from Columbus, Ohio, but then moved to Fort Wayne in the 80s, and he worked for the Fort Wayne Percussion Society and Drum Shop. In those days, that's where he learned how to refurbish drums, build drums, and he became a really great drum technician at that time. Actually, in those days, he got some really good gigs with guys like Neil Peart, Eric Carr from Kiss, even Kenny Aronoff. He was building drums for them for their tours and drum teching, and just really got into what it means to be a drum builder. Fast forward up to the early 2000s, Bernie was able to buy the exact tooling from Gretsch, the exact Slingerland tooling that built all of the great drums that guys like Buddy Rich, Gene Krupa, and countless other Slingerland drum players. The exact molds and tooling to build those drums. He upgraded the tooling just a little bit to fit today's standards, and now makes his own drums. Fantastic Stone Custom Drums. Let's play some more. Really cool, even feels really great with brushes. All right, now let me take the drum down in tuning. So let me show you the versatility of the drum and show you how it sounds without any dampening as well. I've brought the drum down about halfway, not as far as you can go for sure, and it's got a big, huge, loud crack to it now. Perfect for rock and roll. Yeah, it rocks, this drum, for sure. Now, I'll take the drum even farther down. Still, again, no dampening. And let me show you how this could be a really good drum for a big, slow rock ballad or anything like that. Okay, now I've tuned the drum down really low. In fact, most of the lugs are barely even on, but it has a great tone like this. And again, it's going to be perfect for slow rock ballads or anything where you need a big, thuddy sounding snare drum. And before I do this last little bit of playing, let me tell you that the kick drum I've coupled this snare drum with is from Sweetwater Studios. It's a Gretsch USA custom 20-inch by 16 drum. Nice, big, one of the best 20-inch sounding kick drums I've ever heard. Great drum. And these cymbals are Meinl Byzance series. This is the 20-inch sand ride and the 14-inch sand hats. These are Benny Greb's signature cymbals. Fantastic cymbals. I definitely encourage you to check them out. Talk to your Sweetwater sales engineer about these cymbals if you like. But now back to the snare drum. Big, fat, thuddy sound. With every Stone custom drum snare drum, you get a bag to keep it protected and nice and comfy while you take it from gig or to studio session. Lined in here, it's going to keep it nice and comfy and protected. You get a cleansing towel and a drum key, of course, to tune your drum up. Very nice. Very cool, really versatile drum. High, low, in between. Sounds good all the way around. Reminiscent of old school drums from the 30s through the 60s in its construction, in its sound, but also really versatile for any of today's styles of music. So if you want any more information about this Stone custom drums, maple poplar 6.5 by 14-inch snare drum, just contact your Sweetwater sales engineer.